Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the JOBY experience, where I talk to guests about their profession, life, and just have a little fun along the way. I'm Joseph, and today I got a really good friend of mine, Daniel Etheridge. What's up? What's up, bro?
Nothing much, brother. Just out here having a nice little drink.
Yeah, what you got for me?
This is that Buffalo Trace. It's really
Oh
good.
yeah,
Yeah, super smooth. Yeah, yeah, it's
that's
pretty
dope,
smooth.
dude. What I got for us today, or for me rather, since you're not over here enjoying it with me. Um, my buddy Corey Martin got me this as a Christmas present. It's
Oh, Butchers. I saw
Butchers. Yeah,
that one.
it's a 12 year. So I took a little taste of it the other day, but I was kind of sick. I was kind of congested and everything from what's it called, allergies. Yeah, so I had a little allergy thing going on, so I couldn't really taste the flavor. So
Oh, got you.
we'll see how
Yeah,
this thing hits, dude.
sounds like the COVID. I'm just
Yeah, hey, I told him, dude. I went to his wedding, and I kind of got about 3 days before the wedding. I got a little feverish. I was running a fever. I was feeling bad, man, congested and whatnot. And he was like, "Hey, dude, you better not miss my wedding. You better not have COVID and miss my wedding." I said, "Listen, dude, you can't have COVID if you don't get tested for COVID." So.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
Oh,
I didn't get tested for COVID. So you know what? I'm COVID free. Yeah.
oh man. You know what's funny on that is I actually found out today I tested positive for it and the flu.
Today?
Yeah,
Dang, boy. Man, in
yeah,
quarantine now.
yeah. So hopefully I'm not. It seems. I think I got it last week, but just found out that because the guy that had it, he was only here this week on Tuesday for like an hour or two, and I was nowhere near him. So I don't think I got it during that time frame. I think I got it before then. So like the week before, because his wife hanged out with a friend of theirs that ended up getting it, and they just found out Tuesday, and that's when him, and his whole family got tested, and they were all positive. So, but yeah, so
Dude,
today I got mine done. Go ahead.
I feel like those tests are almost like randomized because, dude, just crazy people are getting it that have no symptoms, or their symptoms are nowhere near somebody else's symptoms. Um, just dudes that aren't even sick are testing positive, have no
Yeah.
symptoms at all. We got guys that have been testing positive for 6 months almost.
What?
Same dudes. Bro, what you got? You got a sweet tripod?
Oh, oh, for my camera?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, yeah. It's a sweet tripod. All right. It's a fucking little stand for the it goes with my bench over there that I have.
Mm.
Yeah, kind of like a. I'll show you a little bit. This one right here. Yeah,
That's a nice chair, dude.
a little table. Wow. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I actually put these most of these together by hand.
Let me do this so I'm not looking off in the freaking Matrix. I feel like I'm looking off in the Matrix, bro. Because I have a little tripod and it's beside. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah. You know, snip this part out.
Nah, dude. Sorry. I mean, I might have to. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you good.
Telling these the 3 viewers that we're gonna get, dude.
Yeah.
Because I got this little stand, so what I can do is make my computer, if I can get a hold of this thing, and actually make my computer taller than this tripod I got this camera on. Then I can see you over the camera, and I don't have to look off in the ether.
Oh. I see what you're saying.
See what this thing does.
I see you got like a dope ass camera thing and everything, huh?
What's up?
I said you got big with it, got the dope ass camera and all that shit.
No, man. For people watching, I didn't know this. You know, I got an expensive MacBook. I paid like $2,700 MacBook, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, lots of money, dude. So I paid $2,700 for this Mac, and it's got a webcam, and I used it with you last time. And I was like, bro, why does the quality of this video look like garbage, straight hot trash, right? So I was like, thought it might be the I've probably used the webcam before. I guess I just didn't notice it. I thought it might be our internet was slow. My connection was bad that day or something. It just looked weird. But I tested it out a couple more times and it was just trash, dude. So I came across this thing. It's an app that I put on my iPhone and my MacBook. So right now I have my phone on this tripod and I'm using the rear camera as a webcam.
Damn, that's dope.
Damn is right. Since this expensive ass fucking paperweight has a piece of garbage webcam on it.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's because it's the Apple, right? The new fucking.
Yeah, you can, and so I have a what the hell is that called? Damn, I can't think of the brand. We got a decent Microsoft thing. It'll probably come to me. It's a computer / tablet, so it has a removable keyboard, just like an iPad or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But it has is it called the Note? No, it ain't called the Note. What the heck is it called? Anyways, it can move through different modes. So you can have your actual computer mode, or you can put it in tablet mode. And I can turn it sideways and everything. And it's got a webcam, a front and a back camera. And this thing only has a front camera and no back camera. And this thing was 3 times the amount of money as the other one. Yeah, Apple, dude. I tried to keep everything Apple, and I liked Apple because Android, man, when Android phones came out, just the way the screen looked and the app looked, you know, it was all square and it really wasn't nice and sleek, and it just didn't look expensive or professional to me. So I just never gravitated towards Android. And for people watching this that may be into Android or whatever, I kind of related Android to like lower class people.
Oh, well, that's what I'm using right now.
No, I remember being at this party, dude. Man, I got to turn my volume up a little bit. I remember being at this party, and this chick was trashy, bro. You know, you can just, when a chick just looks dirty, you know what I'm saying? Just rough around the edges, dude. You know,
Yeah.
rode hard and put up sloppy wet, dude. And I remember somebody saying something about her phone and whatever. And for some reason, she handed me her phone, and I was like, "You got an Android?" And she was like, "Yeah." Why? And I said, "You look like an Android chick." And it was like, to me, it was funny. And she was like, "What is that supposed to mean?" I was like, "Nothing."
Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh god dang. Mm-mm-mm.
18.99, dude. It's on the door. Don't tell people what street you live on.
Oh man.
So what's up, man?
Um, nothing much, man. Besides that, obviously quarantining. But nothing much. Just chilling. Be hopefully putting some people in soon. So helping some people out. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah. So for people that don't know, uh, Daniel's active duty Army, and right now he's a recruiter. So he's filling a recruiter role. Recruiters are typically 2 year or 3 year now.
3 year.
Okay, so it's a 3 year gig. I know my recruiter that they had government vehicles. Do they still give recruiters government vehicles?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this dude's got a free whip that he rolls around in, sorta. Um, so yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that, man. Um, I mean, I went through the process because I joined the service, you went through the process and you joined the service. So I'm going to tell you how my experience was and then just kind of tell me how it is now because you're prime USDA prime beef in the game right now. So I don't really know what
Yeah.
what the recruiting requirements and stuff are. So when I joined, um, at the time, they needed people. They didn't need us as bad as like 2007, 2009 ish. When they were giving everybody sign-on bonuses. I remember, right after the war started, they really got into Iraq like 03, 04 time frame was getting really hot. And then a few years after that, and they were giving everybody 20 grand. Just, we need bodies, dude. Come join the service. So they still needed people, but not enough to give out bonuses to everybody. So I didn't get a bonus, but they were accepting people with GEDs. So are they accepting people with GEDs right now?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, snap. Because I know for a little bit they went away with it because I was trying to get my brother to join and he waited forever. And by the time he went to try to enter in the service, they were like, we're not accepting GEDs, you dumb mother freaker. Um, so anyway, so yeah, so I met the recruiter. They asked me a few questions, whatever. I'm sure you got a couple baseline questions to figure out. Hey, is this kid freaking weird? Is this kid hiding something? Is this kid even close to qualifying? Right? Because you don't want to waste a bunch of time with somebody that can't even get in.
Yeah.
So he hit me with the probe questions, and then immediately, he just told me, "Hey, man, we can't really do a whole lot until you take the ASVAB." So I went, took the ASVAB. Once the ASVAB was over, I remember filling out this pamphlet of stuff before I ended up going to MEPS. And my recruiter, at least, just because of the area I grew up in and the type of people that where the recruiting station was, wanted to make sure I wasn't going to waste time going up to MEPS. So we did a piss test the day I was going to get in this van with a bunch of other recruits and go to MEP. So we did a piss test before I ever even got in the van. And then, so I got recruited out of Chattanooga. The MEPS in Tennessee is in Knoxville. So we drove all the way to Knoxville.
Oh, man.
And stayed overnight in a hotel, did the thing. And I can't remember if we drove back that day or we stayed another night and came back the next day. But yeah, so, I get the MEPS, doing all the physical stuff, whatever. I was locked in for an MOS. So can you guys?
Oh, man.
You got a
Oh,
motion
what
light?
went out?
All right, everybody, we're back. We had some technical difficulties. Daniel forgot to pay the light bill, so the lights got cut off. Nah, but so we were talking about MEPS, right? Recruiting. So can you guys still lock soldiers into a job before they go to MEPS?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I was locked in, but for some reason when I got there, the reservation wasn't good anymore, and that position wasn't open. So I didn't know what to do, right? I was like, man, I done came all the way up here and did all this stuff for a job, and these fools gonna tell me I can't even do that job no more. So the lady was like, you can do this, you can do that, whatever, Army MOSs. And I wasn't familiar with what the Army MOS breakdown was. I was like, I don't know what this shit is.
Yeah.
I was like, can I see the screen? And I got where I could see the screen and I wrote all of them down. And I was like, I'll come back. And grabbed my phone, went outside, called my recruiter. I was like, hey, what am I going to do? I don't know what none of this is. So I basically told him the list. He was like, hey, you'll be better off choosing a 35 series based on your ASVAB scores and stuff like that. I had like 4 options for 35, which is Intel. So I went in there. Again, I didn't really know what the 4 were, so I just kind of did eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I wound up, doing what I do now. So yeah, I mean, when that was over, I went back. They told me what day I was going to ship out and everything, and the day I left, I went to the recruiter's office, and my recruiter drove me all the way back to MEPS in his GOV. So you already answered one question. New recruit comes. Well, let's just start from the beginning. So if a new recruit comes, do you have some probe questions that you came up with at this point in time to figure out if they're a straight dirt ball or not?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. So it's we call it like pre-qual. So we pre-qual the person, make sure that they're qualified, at least semi-qualified, because obviously some of the other stuff they have to find out later, if they don't like something wrong in the physical or something like that, they have something wrong. They didn't know that they had any, like, let's just say for like cataracts or something like that, anyways, so normally we make sure that they're between the ages of 17 and 34. I mean, you can be 35 as long as you ship before your 35th birthday. And if you're 17, you got to be a senior in high school, or as long as you graduated your junior year, you're good. So, and so as long as you can do that, and you can enlist after that, right, if you wanted to, because as long as it's not more than a year from when you ship, then it's fine. So long as it's less than that as well. But then the other thing is, do you have any law violations? Have you ever been arrested, being fingerprinted at all? any type of medications, or you can't be on any meds. You can't have asthma if you take an inhaler. Not if you were like, oh, the doctor told me I had asthma when I was 2. No. Okay. If you can deal with allergies and dust doesn't bother you, you ain't got asthma. If you're not taking an inhaler, you're good. But if that stuff does bother you, you actually do have an inhaler, we can't take it. So because when you go to the gas chamber, something everybody has to do during basic, that can set somebody off for an asthma attack if they have asthma, for sure, because you're going to be doing a lot of coughing and from that already. So
yeah.
And then besides that, that's pretty much it. And we kind of asked their status. If you're a single parent, and the definition of that for the military is a single parent is you're not married. So if you're not married to that person, no matter if they're your fiance or your girlfriend, if you're not married, then you can't go into active duty with a child. However, you can go into reserves though if you want to, but that's only 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks out of the year during the summertime. So, but you can, if you want to still join the military, that's something you want to do, or get that trade in, you can do that and be a single parent. So you just have to get like a letter saying, that someone, either your parents or even the other parent, to watch your kids while you're in training.
Okay, so what about if they are married? How many dependents can they have?
That is depending on your rank that you come in. So PFC is I want to say 2 dependents, and then E2 is 1, and then we'll see. Oh, and specialist doesn't matter. So if you come in as an E4, it doesn't matter how many kids you have, because it just says basically you can have kids. That's okay. There's no number.
So there's not a cutoff.
Not for E4.
Okay, because I also want to say when I joined, the cutoff was 2. You could only have up to 2 dependents. By 2 dependents, I don't mean the wife counting as a dependent. So you could only have two kids at the time. Okay, so what would you say the ratio, or how many out of 10 people would you say don't do so hot on the ASVAB?
Oh man.
Just say out of 10.
I mean, when you're saying don't do so hot, you mean like not passing it at all?
Yeah, like got no chance of getting in.
Okay. That's going to be a lot higher than you think. At least in the area I'm in, I'll say that. So, I would have to say probably about 40. Yes, I would say 4 out of 10 are definitely going to fail the ASVAB.
Which is crazy, dude.
Mind blowing. Okay, I've seen a person get a 1.
I don't even know. They click start, bro. They click the start button on the computer.
Like, man, you get points for writing your name. Not really, but but still, Jesus, I'm like, man, I don't even understand it. Yeah, so
That's insane.
it is. And and that's not the only person. Like there was multiple people that I've seen not get a 1, but get single digits. I'm like, you didn't even get in the high teens or the 20s. Like, like it's different if you're like close. Like, so when I came in, you had to get a 32 on the ASVAB. I'm sure that was the same for you, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the minimum is. All I know is I took the test. Dude told me I had a 60, and I was like, cool.
Oh, that's pretty good score.
He told me 60. I was like, damn, I'm retarded.
No, 60 is good. So for those that's another qualifying thing too. Well, we can't ask you that, but we do ask if you ever took the ASVAB or worked with any other military branch or tried to join the Army before, any of that type of stuff too. That way, because there's things that we have to do. Because if you don't any part of the process, if you took the test or whether you uh, actually did the physical, we have to be able to pull all that stuff, and from the other branch, or even bring it back on our side. However, that stuff's only valid for so long. So, like for right now, your ASVAB is good for 2 years. Your physical is good for 1 year. And when you do your fingerprints, because we come in and we do your fingerprints, and that's how we know whether you're telling us the truth or not. We trust but verify. And so it's all federal with that. So when like we do your fingerprints and everything, like it doesn't matter if it was you had it hidden away or whatever. I can't think of it right now, but or what's it, concealed or whatever that is, for like when they're like, oh, you can't see it anymore. Like if you have any of that stuff done, we're still going to see it come up.
Yeah.
So and even if it's a JOBY too, because I know a lot of JOBY records are closed afterwards, and most of the time nobody ever sees that you have any JOBY stuff. So even though, let's say, you didn't get in trouble as an adult, but when you were as a kid, we'll still see that. So just so you know, so like there's, it's better just to be straight up about it and let the recruiter know like what you got going on, or whatever you had in the past. That way, they just know, okay, cool, this is what I need to get, because there's a certain amount of stuff you got to do to get all that stuff and get those documents together. Because technically, you're not qualified, but you get a waiver. It's waiverable, which means like people will review it and they decide, they agree, like, what, hey, this person's, they messed up in the past, but they seem like they completely changed their life around. This happened when they were a kid. They're not that person anymore, because you wrote a statement, explaining that you're like a great citizen and stuff, and just what you have done from that time. Like, how did you become a better person, become a better citizen to your society? So, and then they just kind of judge you on the whole concept, whole person concept, also on how you score. So, and the biggest thing is scoring a 50 or above on the ASVAB. If you're in that predicament, you have any law type issues, because then it puts you in a status where like there's certain grades that, and I don't know if you knew this, Joe, but 50 or above is what we call our alphas. So 50 and above are people that actually get bonuses. If you get 49 to the new qualifying score is 31, not 32 like it was when I came in. From 31 to 49 is what we call bravos. Obviously, you're smart enough to pass the ASVAB, but we don't give those people bonuses unless it's a one of those quick ships where it's like there's the last seat for it. Like I have one guy, he scored 30. I think he scored like a 34, and he got a bonus. He got a $6,000 bonus, because he was a quick ship, and it was for like that seat, and it was one of the last seats. And the Army pays for all the school seats, so like all the different jobs, all those schools have a certain amount of slots, and they're trying to fill them. So, because they pay for all of them, so they pay the units and stuff, the amount of money for that amount of seats. So they try to fill it with that amount of people as much as possible. So there's not extra money, and the money's not being wasted.
Yeah. So when they told me my ASVAB score, I just remember the recruiter telling me, "Hey, dude, 50 and above, you can do whatever job you want to do in the Army." I was like, "All right, cool."
Oh yeah. Um. Man, what was I gonna say? Go ahead.
So you said you're sipping on Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
So that's that hitter, right?
Yeah, it's good, man. It is super good. This is gonna be my regular now. Like for real, for real. It's really good. Like it's almost well, I did some more research and looked it up. So for those of you who don't know, Buffalo Trace and Rare Eagle were made in the same um, factory and stuff. Uh, and basically it's the same as that recipe, but Buffalo Trace is aged 8 years instead of 10 years.
Yeah, and it's out of Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yep. That's where I had to get my son's birth certificate. Actually, when we lived at Fort Knox, Kentucky, he was born in Louisville, Kentucky, where Muhammad Ali was, baby. And anyways, so
Float like
that's
a butterfly, sting like a bee, son.
right. But yeah. And anyways, yeah, so it's really beautiful over there, man. And that was the first time I really saw that Kentucky bluegrass, and I was like, man, it is super bougie over here, dog. I was like, the grass is all glistening blue and shit, and it looks clean as fuck. And I'm like, damn. I was like, that is the nicest grass I ever seen.
Yeah, this stuff, I've never heard of this distillery. This Butcher's bourbon
I
says
have, yeah.
it's bottled in Dumpling Creek Distillery in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Hmm.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of Dumpling Creek Distillery. I've definitely been to Sevierville. Sevierville's right outside Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. So I've been to Sevierville quite a few times. This is a 12 year. It's straight. I don't know how much it was. Like I said, it was a gift from a buddy of mine. But 12 years is, 12 years is pretty good. I know, what's dude's name, man? Matthew McConaughey. He's like a big advocate he got on board with, oh man, Wild Turkey. He got on board
Oh, is
with
that why
Wild
Wild
Turkey and
Turkey
wanted to be
changed?
um, I don't even know what they call it, but basically like a brand advocate for Wild Turkey. And he took a tour, wanted to really see what it was about and everything. And the oldest, I think it's owned by the Russell family. And the oldest member of the distillery had something. He was like, was in his office asking him some questions and was like, "Hey, you got something in here put away for special occasions?" And that old guy was like, "Yeah, I got something. I very, have rarely ever let somebody taste." And he said it was a bottle that was distilled pre, the heck's that called? Pre-prohibition time. So that junk was, oh boy. But 12 years seems to be like 10, 12 years seems to be kind of where people at. There are like 16 to 18. I think Pappy Van Winkle's got like a 23 year or something.
Yeah.
But it
There's
starts up there after 12 years, dude. You hit 12 years and up, man, price goes up big time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That 17-year Eagle Rare is like $100 at a minimum.
Yeah, I got to get some of that, dude. That Eagle Rare is some good stuff, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the 10-year is like super good, and then that the 20-year one, was it double Eagle Rare or very rare is what it's called. That one is like, man, I saw some a website that had the first edition of it whenever it came out. So not only was it aged for 20 years, but it's been in that bottle for, a hot minute as well. So, and never opened. And they wanted like, I want to say it was like a couple grand, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah, they got there's this place here called Mulligan's.
Yeah.
And that place has this like $3,200 or $3,300 bottle of Hennessy.
Yeah.
But bro,
Yeah,
Hennessy to me is like motor oil mixed with battery acid and a little bit of radiator coolant or something.
You said Hennessy?
Hennessy.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you said just old. Oh yeah, you did say Hennessy. I was just
thinking. I'm not a big fan of the flavor of Hennessy.
No, Hennessy is trash, in my opinion. So
yeah.
there's
whoever made Hennessy, shit's trash, dude. Get a new recipe.
Yeah, yeah, it's a hot trash, dude. What's crazy is like, so it's cognac, in the French and in cognac France, and that's the only way that cognac is called cognac is because it's made there. It's just kind of like how bourbon is only made in Kentucky, so it can only be called bourbon as long as it's made there and then distilled and all that stuff. Everything, all the process is done in Kentucky, and then it's bourbon. Same thing for the cognac. Otherwise, just like if it's outside of Kentucky, like it's called whiskey. And with bourbon, it's called brandy. If you didn't know that. Anyways, that Hennessy, it's the family is actually from Ireland. So it's just funny as like how they somehow got so popular, but their stuff is such trash. Like I've had Hennessy Black, and I mean it's all right, but I've had Cavassier, and it was better than the Hennessy Black by a lot, and it's like almost the exact same price, if not maybe a little bit less, but it's good. A good one that's affordable, I would say the Remy Martin, was it 1748 or something like that. That one is delicious. Like, dude, it's really good. Yeah, it's it's smooth. It's almost it's on the same level of this type of smoothness for the Buffalo Trace. If you don't know, Buffalo Trace is pretty smooth. It's got a very, 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 very like light bite to it. Nice and flavorful. I like the flavors in it.
Yeah, dude, it's
really
it's a hitter.
Yeah, man, it's freaking fire. And like, dude, I only paid $22 for this thing. For a fifth, that's good money, man.
I'm telling you.
Especially for this high quality stuff. And I don't know if you're a tequila or vodka person or at all, or if you like dabble in it every once in a while. But Terramana, man, that's all I can say. Like, it's up there in that upper class Don Julio 1942 or whatever it is. Like it's up there on that like upper level, but it only costs you between, depending on which one you get. If you get the Blanca or you get the gold, the gold's a little bit more, but it's like 32, and the other one's like 28. I mean, it's really, really hardly nothing for the quality that it is when it's like really honestly worth like the amount of smoothness. Like I've never had a tequila that didn't make go like that. Like I've never had a tequila that was like so smooth and it was really good and you like actually taste the plant and it was like, man, this is freaking delicious. And that's that type of stuff that gets you in trouble, Hoss. You'll be sipping on it all night. And
I like Patron, but it it's Patron, so it's expensive. But I always got Avion.
yeah,
Avion was always smooth to me. I could hit that with some shots. Didn't even have to follow it no line, dude. Just a little bit of salt and some Avion. Good.
hell yeah.
But Hennessy got me thinking about Jaeger, dude. Jaeger's disgusting, bro. It's like Jaeger's like adult cough syrup.
Doesn't it taste like that old cold medicine? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like adult cough medicine, bro. It's like takes me back to being a kid when I was sick. My mom and dad coming there with that spoonful of that damn cough syrup. And I'm like, bro, get that shit away from me.
It was horrible. Yeah, no.
When that stuff came out, man, me and Corey, the guy got me this bourbon. Corey and I, our birthdays are only 4 days apart, so we turned 21 and we had a party at my mom's house, and somebody bought us, I think his older sister bought us a bottle of Jaeger, and man, we got drunk on that stuff. Boy, I got sick to my stomach, dude. I never threw up, but god dang, I felt terrible. I felt like a satchel of Richards, you know.
Richards.
Yeah. For you guys that don't know, that's a elegant way of saying a bag of dicks. I felt like a satchel of Richards, my dude.
Dude, oh my god. Oh man, it's so funny because oh my god, it made me think about. I always say that. I was like, you know what? There's a reason why people named Richard have the nickname Dick, because every single one of them is a dick.
Yeah,
one that isn't.
Every dude I ever saw, his name was Richard, was a straight tool.
Yeah.
Hey, let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't name your kid Richard. And if your name is Richard, you might want to think about changing your name because everybody assumes you're a dick, bro.
Oh man. Hell yeah. Oh. Whew. Man, that was a good laugh. So how's things going with you, man? With your chickens and all that?
Good, dude. I had to repair. I got this chicken tractor. So the premise of a chicken tractor, or you can call it a mobile coop, whatever you want to call it, it's movable.
Oh, that's dope.
And the premise of it is, if a chicken's in a coop or, in a certain place, chickens are just shit anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They just straight let it go, son. And normally in a coop, you have to put bedding and stuff down. That bedding is nasty, so you'll have to clean it out and put more bedding and stuff in it to keep it kind of as sanitary as you can so the chickens don't get sick. You know, if they're sick, they'll be unhappy, and just a mirage of things will happen, right? So you want to keep their coop as clean and everything as possible. So the premise of a chicken tractor or a mobile chicken coop is you move it every single day. And if you move it every day, then they're always on a fresh patch of grass. So they're not staining in their own poop. And, you know, because if the coop's in one spot, they'll wear the ground out to dirt. You know what I mean? And you'll have to put bedding down, do all the stuff I just talked about. But if you move this chicken tractor every day, they're always on grass, and they're not on it long enough to tear up your grass. Yeah, they will shit in that yard, but it's one day. You know, I got 20 chickens in that chicken tractor, so it's a lot. But
Hot
when you
damn.
move it and everything, the grass is growing, wind's blowing, you know, it's raining. That poop and stuff will just do its thing and biodegrade. You know what I'm saying?
Actually good for mulch.
Yeah, well, it's good for
Well, manure is what I meant.
yeah, it fertilizes your yard over time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I move them every day, but I had to go out there today and kind of repair the back of the coop because I guess when I was moving it, there was a pretty kind of unlevel spot of the yard, and the middle on the back got kind of caught on it. And when I pulled it up, it snapped the back piece of wood that I had. I was like, damn. So I had to use my tractor and lift it up so I could get underneath it and like put a couple pieces of extra wood on it to brace it back up.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, they're good. Um, I mean, I got a bunch of other projects, a bunch of other ferns in the fire, but you know, one thing at a time, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good, man.
One thing at a time. What do
Yeah.
you think the service is gonna start downsizing in the next 2 years?
That's funny you say that. Yeah, I think it's going to happen sooner than later. To be honest, I think it's going to happen within this year. It's going to be put out. I guarantee it. Just because that has literally been the trend every time. You know, someone from the Democrat side has always came in. You know, Bill Clinton did in the '90s, right after Desert Storm, and the Army, all the militaries,
Yeah.
branches of the military was extremely small, and we're definitely kicking people out and asking people if they wanted to leave. Excuse me. It was a lot. So, and then until Iraq happened, and then the surge and everything, and then we got
Yeah, and
a lot more
we had
people.
Bush in, so we had a Republican.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once Obama came in, we were
Then it downsized
downsizing.
back again, and
The
that's when
defense
it
budget
started.
got cut. We didn't really have funding to do proper training and get the gear and equipment and everything that we needed. And then DJ Trump came in and increased the defense bill. The Army was plussing up because Trump wanted a larger force, thought the Army was way, you know, the services in general way too small. So we started getting money, we started getting better equipment and all this stuff. And now we have another Democratic candidate in, and I think it's going to start going back the other way. So I feel like the defense budget will get cut again.
So I asked my boss, you know, I'm sorry, I just got distracted because I looked at that and it said 1899, and I realized that you said that earlier. It didn't know where my address was. Oh man. But anyways, I'm sorry. But anywho, I asked my boss, about how it was because he was a recruiter back when Obama was in. So I asked him, hey, during that time frame, was the mission, and by mission is like how many people you have to put in a month, per station. And he said it was pretty much the same, and really hadn't changed, because we're replacing the E1 to E4, so the Army is always consistently needing new junior soldiers, um, versus the senior leadership, because they're always hopping to the next, or they're getting out. Generally, most people either they may do their first term contract, which is generally about 3 to 4 years, unless you're in aviation, or there's certain special jobs where the Army pays a lot of money for you to get this high quality training, like with aviation, or if you're working on like satellites and stuff like that. These are jobs that, pay a lot, and then you would have to pay a lot of money into to even get that type of training anyway. So the Army is paying that same type of money. So they're definitely going to want to get more time out of you, because it just costs a lot more. But at the end of the day, you're still going to come out with experience and having the certificates of whatever you're doing. So that's your proof that you've been in it for that long and all that stuff. But anywho, uh, with that, damn, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, so you were just talking about the mission and the numbers that you had to hit. It hadn't changed.
Yeah,
Because the services in general, and I could see that being the case, because the services in general have always had a problem getting as many people as they need in a calendar year. But the Army did put a huge emphasis about 2 years ago on recruiting, because again, a Republican candidate was in office. He wanted to enlarge in the military's footprint, so we had extra slots to fill. So the
yeah,
Army doubled down on recruiting, because we weren't getting nowhere near as many people as it needed. So
no,
yeah,
absolutely.
I could see that being the case, man. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Another thing, also, I didn't even look to see what it was for 2021. Um, but 2020 was probably the largest increase that we got. I think it was 3%, right? Didn't we just get 3 or 3.2?
Oh, for 2020?
Yeah. Well, for 2019, excuse me.
Oh, 2019. Yeah, I think so. We did really good in 2019. Was a great year for us putting people in my battalion, the LA battalion. We were literally number one in the brigade. And 6th Brigade is pretty much all the West Coast, for the most part. So it goes far out as like Nevada area, and in Colorado is a part of that, I believe, as well. But yeah, man, uh, the West Coast is generally, because it's the West Coast. It's like, you and me are both from the East Coast. I'm clearly from North Carolina, where my Carolina Panthers have, and you're from Tennessee, as you said earlier. Um, and so on the East Coast, things are just, very different of how we view things, and especially the military. Like to us, being in the military is like such an honor and a privilege, and it's just very sacred. Over here, it's looked at very differently. It's like, just like, you're scared that you think that, like, if you join, then immediately when you raise your right hand, you're going to get shot in the face or something. Um, but especially places like here in LA, I'm like, you have a better chance of dying out here in the streets in LA than you do, um, being in the Army. So it's like, It really is. It's just been made scary because of media and stuff like that. And that's why, like, we try to tell people, hey, we just like, even if you don't necessarily aren't too interested or you're kind of scared about whatever, like if you just sit down with a recruiter, like they're gonna tell you what the military is really like. Like we have people that have been in the army for a long time and like are in the active army, not recruiting because that's something totally different. But in the we call it on the line, so that means like you're actually in the operating force army where like these are the units that deploy and stuff like that. And you know, with that, we've had people that have not deployed. They've been in the army for 6 years. I met a guy that was in the army for 9 years and never deployed once. And it wasn't like he came in at a certain time and where the unit he was in at that time didn't deploy, and then when he PCS, he moved to a unit, and like then during that time frame, because he came in at same time, I think he came in around like 2012, something like that. So, or yeah, it was like 11 or 12. And then, anyways, he just missed out, because basically, like after 2013, I would say, like during that year, it was like really light, but after that, things really got really slim. Like we were hardly over there in Afghanistan and stuff like that. So we weren't in Iraq. We already pulled out of there because we were pulling out of Iraq when I was in and deployed in 2011. Um, the unit, I was just fortunate enough to get the chance to deploy, and there was another unit, all the Big Red 1 units in Fort Riley, because I was at Fort Knox. Um, they were in Iraq, so we were in a different brigade, and we were in Afghanistan. So, but yeah, so sometimes it's like that, man. I mean, people just don't understand that, and those people have never seen that. And there's different jobs too. So I used to be infantry, but now I am operations, and operations does a lot. And, they definitely pretty much kind of run the unit and like what type of training that's going on, putting out the taskings and stuff like that, making sure that people are going to the schools, they're getting paid for it, because, we pay for everything. And then we pay for all the people's expenses when they go travel for work and stuff like that. So, none of that comes out of your pocket. Yeah. So we do a lot. But I went from, kicking in doors to, doing paperwork and stuff like that, a complete different job. So when I deployed the second time, my experience was a lot different. And I was on base, I was on my 5, as we call it. And we didn't, oh, actually, it was a camp. And I was with SF at the time. And I didn't go out anymore. So the only time I went out was a couple of times on a medevac run, but that's because of my choosing. But other than that, I wouldn't have gone out at all. That's because that's not my job. So if you're a mechanic or whatever, you're not going to go outside the fob. You're not going to be fighting people and stuff, whatnot. That's, generally doesn't happen on that side. So it did way back in the day, though, when you were coming in Iraq and stuff like that, when the surge happened back in like 04.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what people's mentalities are either when their view on the service. Because I had this, he was my friend back then. The dude's name's Damien. If Damien ever watches this, he's kind of a douchebag. But and bro, I'm not even lying, bro. I'm
Damn,
joining, right? And
they
I'm like,
call
hey, dude.
shots fired.
I'm like, hey, dude. This guy's working at the time. Dude's working at Taco Bell, right? I'm like, hey, dude. The service has this buddy program where we can join. We'll go to basic training together. You know, we pick the same job. We'll go through, you know, AIT job training and everything together. I think it's something, you know, you should do it with me, whatever. And I ain't even playing, dude. This dude looked at me and said, I'm not joining the army to get sent off to die. And I just looked at him and wanted to say, it smells like bitch in here, you know, because what a pussy, dude. I'm not joining to get sent off and die. What a baby bag bitch, bro. I'm like, we're not going to join and die. Like, is it a possibility? Yeah. I mean, we were, you know, I've been deployed in a combat zone like 6 times now. Can it happen? Yes. But just for him to just have that mentality of people that join the service just run off in the abyss and fucking get their goddamn head blown off or some shit. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know what the guy was thinking.
yeah. I don't know neither. I mean, look at us, man. We've been in for what? I've been in for 10 years. You've been in for about the same time, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, like I feel like we're a living testament, man. Like, and I was infantry, so you know, it's and I'm not saying that people don't die in the military, you know, by any means. But what I am saying is you have the same type of chance of dying out here, living in the civilian world, just like you do in the military. Just
For
it's
sure. I mean, and you and I have both worked with people in the service and been close with people that's died, right? Um,
yeah,
I know a few people that's died in the service, but I also know more people that's died outside of the service. Uh, Especially, you know, where I grew up and kind of went to school, that, and I don't really think it was the era. I wouldn't say it was the era because I still feel like people do it nowadays. But we had a big drug problem. You know what I mean? People would get hooked on pills. So I know about the same amount of people that's overdosed on drugs. Well, actually, more people. So um, I know more people that's overdosed on drugs and committed suicide outside the service than I know have died from combat related or even training related incidents in the service.
mhm, yeah, no, for sure, man. Same.
Because
So,
my first duty station was Fort Bragg, and I lived in Fayetteville.
but
So
yeah, man.
yeah, Vietnam, bro. Uh,
The Ville, as J. Cole calls it,
yeah,
the Ville, though.
the Ville, we called it Vietnam because you was way more likely to get killed in Fayetteville. And I didn't know that, you know. I joined the service, did what, you know, went through basic, got trained for my job, got to my first unit, my first duty station. I'm there at Fort Bragg. The first sergeant was doing a safety brief. First, like second day I'm there, right? And the brigade and our battalion was getting ready to deploy. So they'd already figured out who was going to be deploying, who was going to be on the rear detachment. And the rear detachment first sergeant gave a safety brief for the weekend, was like, hey, you know, who all has, you know, been to Afghanistan or Iraq? So people are raising their hand, right? Like, hey, out of those people that, you know, out of you guys that's lived here for a few years, for our, you know, new people and young people, whatever, um, let them know which location is more dangerous, Afghanistan or Fayetteville. And everybody yelled Fayetteville. And I was like, bro, where did the Army send me? Like,
oh man,
they sent me to the trap, dog. And,
yay.
and everybody, you know, I lived in Fayetteville, but everybody I knew and worked with, they lived in other cities, other counties.
All the time.
Yeah, so they lived somewhere else other than Fayetteville. So when I'd tell people on base that I lived in Fayetteville, they would look at me weird. We was in the hood.
Yeah, because you got was it Spring Lake?
Yeah, you got Spring Lake. You got
the Merc.
the Merc. That was like Murchison Road.
Yeah,
it was kind of bad. But no, you had Spring Lake. You had like Sanford.
Sanford's not that bad.
Southern Pines, and there was another one south. I can't remember the name of it, but those were kind of the places that people lived other than Fayetteville.
Oh, I was saying Spring Lake was bad though. There was like a nice side of Spring Lake, and then there was like a real ratchet hood side.
Oh yeah, that was a bad spot of Spring Lake too.
Yeah,
like
he was gonna get robbed.
Dude, no lie, dude. My first unit, first duty station, my first line supervisor, first NCO, he got put on 6 months of convalescent leave, and convalescent leave is for medical or something like that. So time off of work, right? He got 6 months of con leave because he was at the gas station in Fayetteville pumping fuel, and dude ran up on him and pistol whipped him.
Damn.
Yeah, broke his cheekbone, his orbital socket. He had to have facial reconstructive surgery, dude.
Holy shit.
Yep. 6 months of con leave, bro.
Yeah, that's like unheard of generally. Like 6 months. Jesus.
Yeah, they gave me 30 days. I was lucky to get 30 days. I had a hernia surgery. And the doctor that sewed me up said that he didn't want the Army to mess up his operation. So he gave me 30 days. Because I knew people that had hernia surgery and only got 2 weeks.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah. That's not cool.
So dude gave me 30 days. I was like, what? I couldn't imagine 6 months, dude. Damn.
Yeah. 6 months? Oh man. Yeah. That'd be nice. You're like practically a civilian, but you're fucked up though. Like you're all like, yeah, it's not like you're having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, he was messed up and recovering and everything, but that's still a long time out of work.
Yeah.
Bro, I was going to ask you. So I was talking to my buddy earlier. He was going through to pick up a pizza for him and his wife. Out of the main chains, dude, which pizza place is your favorite? Which one do you prefer? So if you got, I'll throw Little Caesars in there, but it's not really. But so Little Caesars, Domino's, Papa John's, or Pizza Hut?
Domino's.
Domino's, bro. That's
it. This is B's D's, man.
Nah, bro. Why would you like Domino's, pimp?
What?
Yeah, Domino's is like the Android, bro.
No. Well, I got both.
Damn.
You consider me white trash, baby.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, he's living in the trap too. Y'all hear that pit bull out there barking?
No, that's my Doberman.
No, so Domino's, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
you don't
more
like
of a,
Domino's?
what's up?
You don't like Domino's?
So Domino's a few years ago did redo their like ingredients, right?
Yeah, and they taste way better because when we were kids, because you and me are about the same age, Domino's was the shit. It was the shit. It's not quite as good as that, but it's up there. And there's a couple of ones, pizzas of theirs, like the pan pizza and stuff, is really good. But like I know before that though, before Domino's got their changed their recipe, I would say it was Papa John's.
Yeah, because Domino's, man, just something about it wasn't good to me, and I never ate that crap, dude. And my parents were into Pizza Huts. We always got Pizza Hut growing up as a kid. Pizza Hut, thebomb.com.
It's just a lot more greasier these days, man.
It
Like
is
Pizza Hut is a lot more
where
greasy.
Pizza Hut has its advantages is their bread and their sauce. So it is greasy, but their breadsticks, dude, when I was a kid, bro, we had leftover breadsticks.
Fire.
The trick, dude, the pro tip was to put them in the refrigerator for a day when they were cold and eat them cold in the pizza sauce, the mozzarella sauce, and it was the shit. It was like crack cocaine in the morning.
Oh man, hell yeah. No, I would say as a kid, Pizza Hut was my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
So I went from Pizza Hut to Papa John's to Domino's. You know, to be honest, like Pizza Hut is just too greasy, but I do like their bread. Like even now, their fucking breadsticks are just like phenomenal. Like, yeah, there's not a breadstick like theirs, man. I wish there was, but there isn't.
Yeah, dude, I like staying healthy, but when I'll just say fuck my body and put those breadsticks in.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Yeah, but once Domino's, kind of did an overhaul on their ingredients and whatever, I did have it. I mean, Domino's is good. It just never been a favorite for me.
Oh,
I eat
okay.
it though. I eat the Red Baron out of the grocery store, so I eat some Domino's, bro.
Yeah. Well, the new recipe is a lot better, so it's not that bad. If you had it recently, I'm sure you have probably.
Yeah, I hadn't had it in a while, but I've had it in the past like 2 or 3 years.
Oh dang, yeah, bro. It's not this. It's way better.
Yeah, but I actually I worked at Papa John's, man. So I worked at CC's Pizza was my first job, bro. I was
Boom. Oh, you were searching a pizza man.
hell yeah. So I worked at CC's Pizza and I worked at Papa John's a few years later. So I've made my fair share of pizzas. I've cut a bunch of vegetables up.
Damn. Whew. I bet that's a lot. I'm thinking about. I wonder how many pizzas did you make? You know, like what's the most amount of pizzas you made in a day?
Dude, that's a good question. So, like at CC's, I got hired in. I was a bus boy, so I was just cleaning tables, dude, doing the grunt work. Um, After I'd been there a while, uh, where you make a bunch of pizzas at is if you're in the position of making pizzas. They had a couple different positions. One of them was like you would kind of grab the screens because when the pizza goes in the oven, you put it on this pizza screen and put it on the little track, and then that track will rotates and goes through the oven, right? So they got a position there that you do all the dough. So you'll go in the back, grab the thing, trays of dough, bring the dough up, put the oil and stuff on this little thing, put the dough in there, squeeze it down, and then you kind of toss it and spin it and whatever, and put it on the new those little racks. So you're kind of in charge of grabbing new racks, grabbing dough, keeping those racks full of dough, so the person on the other side, which is the pizza maker, can make the pizzas. Um, so I'd done that and opened the store. And to open the store, I want to say there were 4 racks on the wall, and each rack had like 15. It could hold like 15 pizzas.
Oh
So
man.
they had a combo of, they had this little chart in front of you, and it told you like in order what the pizza should be. So you'd make like a pepperoni and a supreme and a meats pizza and this kind of pizza and a barbecue pizza and whatever else, and kind of go in that order. And those racks were full, and there were pizzas already out under those warmers. I'm sure you've been in a CC's Pizza before, so those pizzas are out on the little buffet thing under the warmers. So you had to have that when the doors open. You know what I'm saying? So that's like close to 60 pizzas from the minute the store is open. You've already made 60 pies.
Damn.
Yeah. So in a day, bro, I don't know. About at least 100.
Oh
I've made
Jesus.
100 in a day for sure.
Oh man, that's crazy.
A lot of pizza.
Fuck yeah. And I was getting tired thinking about that. I was like, man, that's a lot of fucking pizza to cook. And then not eat it neither. Oh man. I couldn't work there, I'd be nibbling.
Yeah, dude. The manager, you know, as long as you didn't take it home, you could make your own pizza and eat it and you can do whatever you wanted to, bro.
What?
Bro, yeah, dude. I was playing football too. I mean, I was in high school, right? So I was
You were
playing.
taking that shit home though, I bet you were.
I would make a whole pizza and because CC's had a salad bar, so I'd make a whole pizza and a big old plate of salad, and I would eat it almost every day on my shift, dude.
What? You never took that pizza home though?
Hell yeah, I took some pizza home, bro.
I know you did. You're like, gotta make an extra one to go.
You wasn't supposed to take pizza home, but I definitely took pizza home.
Hell yeah. Who wouldn't, man? That's
Yeah.
fucking pizza. Pizza is delicious.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
pizza, burgers, and tacos, man. That's like the 3 best foods of all time.
Dude, you ain't never lie, bro. Pizza's got to be number 1. Maybe burgers are number 2, but tacos are the bee's knees too, bro. I could fuck some
Yeah,
tacos up.
that's what I'm saying, man. Over here, by the way, I will say, being in Cali, man, I've never got more authentic fucking street tacos in my life. Like they are so good. Like I understand why people from Cali are like, man, tacos ain't the same no matter where they go. If it's not in Cali, like they're not the same, and they really aren't, bro. They're fucking so good. Like I think I like tacos over hamburgers for sure. And like a good pizza is definitely, yeah. I feel like that way. Like tacos could maybe be my number 1, pizza number 2, and then burgers for me. But like there's a pizza here, the Chicago deep dish style pizza. Man, oh my god, that thing is so big, bro. It's like this. It's huge. I'm like, dude, and it's just really good. It's this like meat lovers type one. It's got like Canadian bacon, sausage, all the other meats. I was like, I can't even think of everything right now, but it's got all that stuff up there, and it's so good, dude.
Dude, you just reminded me. That was another pizza that CC's made was fire, bro. We had a taco pizza.
Oh snap!
I don't know if you remember it or not, but we made a taco pizza, bro, and it was good, dog.
Yeah. Hell yeah! No, I don't remember that.
That shit was delicious.
Damn.
But
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I mean, I love tacos, but there's just something about a good quality burger, bro. If you get a like a bison, you know, grass-fed bison burger and you got an egg on it that's like cooked over medium and it's all warm and you bite into it and that yolk's running all down the side of the burger, bro, it is bomb.
Hell yeah! That shit's got me hungry as fuck.
Dude, I don't know if you like eggs.
Oh,
Uh,
I love eggs. My
but
wife like
if you
got
ain't
forever.
never ate a burger with an egg on it, it's game changer, dude.
Hell yeah, it is, dude. I had a Hawaiian burger at this Hawaiian burger joint, and it had like a pineapple, an egg, and the burger was fucking. It was great. But you said bison, and I was thinking about this bison burger I had, and it had some like barbecue sauce on it, and some onions. And man, that thing was fucking fire. It was so good. Like it was the best. Man, it was like because I think all they served was like bison burgers and shit like that, and it was this little. It was in Houston, and it was this little joint like out in the cut, like like you could possibly get shanked there. Um, but it was so good, dude. My buddy took me there. He was from there. He was like, "Bro, we gotta eat at this burger joint. Like, this is the best burger joint of all time." He's like, "Then I'll take you to Whataburger next time." And we went to Whataburger, and only thing that's good about to me the Whataburger is the patty melt. You put some spicy ketchup on that patty melt, man. That shit is fire. And then you get the Dr. Pepper milkshake. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, it tastes just like Dr. Pepper, but it's a milkshake. It's mind blowing. It's like, man, the best thing I ever had. I was like, oh my God, where's this been all my life? Oh yeah.
Bro, one thing I was gonna ask you is, I mean, North Carolina couldn't be that much different than Georgia, but like, what was some? Because people make up slang terms and phrases and things that you hear, especially as a kid growing up and stuff. So, what were like some of standard like slang terms and stuff? Because I know like when I was a kid growing up, if somebody was making fun of somebody else, we called it jugging. You know, we would say, "Why you jugging on me?" Um, I mean, we had all kinds of stuff, dude.
Um, we had a little bit. I think the biggest that I noticed, at least in part of North Carolina, so mostly in Lumberton and Fayetteville, and I'm sure you heard it out there. Bo, hi Bo, how you doing, bro? How you doing? I'm like, damn. And by the way, so I'm from a little small town called Edenton, and it's like 45 minutes away from the Outer Banks. But Lumberton is the most countryest ass place I've ever been in my entire life. I was like, oh my God, like even my little hick town is not even nowhere near on the status. And the people's accent, like my accent's really not that bad. It's pretty, pretty normal.
Yeah.
But down there, man, they like get real twangy. They're like, "Hey, Bo, how you doing? I've been out here making meth all day," you know. But
Dude,
there's something else.
I don't even know. You had to be 10 years, maybe 10, 10 years old. I'd have to look it up of what year it came out. But you living in North Carolina, bro, I know that P.D. Pablo song was hit,
Yeah.
boy.
Oh my God. North Carolina, come on and raise up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know you was taking your shirt off and twisting around your
Hell
head like a helicopter, bro.
Dude, I was thinking about this earlier today. Look, and I think about this all the time. Granted, there is other people that have came from North Carolina before P.D. Pablo, but the thing is P.D. Pablo was the only rapper to really put North Carolina on the map, because the other rappers, they never really talked about North Carolina in their raps. But like, this dude made a song about it. It's like, hey, and that's why, like, when I'm in the office and stuff, it'd be like, I say something and I'll be like, raise up. And I'm like, oh man, shut the fuck up. But that's
Bro,
just
after North Carolina, never heard of that dude again.
yeah, he made one more other song. It kind of went up. It wasn't quite a number one, but it was Freakily.
Oh yeah, Freaky Leak was fire.
Yeah, exactly. So he only had like two really good songs, and that was it. Everything else was kind of trash.
Yeah,
But when he put North Carolina on the map, like he put the whole state on the map, right? And then J. Cole came out right around the time he dropped his mixtape and all that stuff just before I joined, but right around the time I graduated, he came out with one of his first songs, and dude, it was super fire. Like, and it was and he put Fayetteville on the map. That's like why people know the Ville now even more. Because like he was like, look, people gotta know about what's going on in here. Because everybody talks about L.A. and New York City and stuff like that. Atlanta and all that, but don't nobody be talking about
yeah,
the Ville.
everybody's talking about ATL and Compton and Orange County. Uh, what's Dade County and shit like that. But
I'm from Dade County.
bro, since we're on the rapper thing, bro, right now you in the dark the way you are with the flat bill hat, bro, you look like damn, I just lost. You look like Bubba Sparks, dog.
Ugly.
Call
Yeah,
it Bubba Sparks. No, you kind of look like dang, what's that Paul Wall, baby.
Paul Wall.
You kind of look like Paul Wall right now.
Hell yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Let me see your grill.
Yeah.
Your grill.
Dude, Paul Wall has some fire songs though.
Yeah, he did have some fire songs. His grill was dope too,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, he might cause a cold from
Yeah,
it. He said that fool said I might cause a cold front if I take a deep breath.
right.
He had more
Hey,
he had more carrots in
I
his
still follow
salad,
my
dude.
seat, Mike. Oh man.
That dude had more carrots than Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he did.
But
Man.
shoot, man, I know it's getting late. So I'll hop off here, dude. Since you're in quarantine, we'll hit it up again before you got to go back to work.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be a little while. Oh yeah, yeah, man. I was just gonna say too and put it out there. So because I was gonna ask you what kind of glass is yours. I was gonna let you know. Like, so if you didn't already know, this is actually a cognac / brandy glass. Um, I got it back in Germany, but it's kind of similar in the shape of the same glass you have a little bit. So I felt like it was pretty good, and it still keeps the flavor pretty well.
Yeah, this is kind of like a sniffer. They usually use it for like wine and whatnot, but a lot of people started using them for bourbons and whiskeys. Um, so yeah, I don't. Uh, I'd seen people use these to sample and everything. Especially when I'm just sipping it neat. But my wife bought this. I don't even know how you pronounce this. Grand Marnier. Yeah, she bought it to make some kind of holiday mixed drink thing, and it came in a box with two of these. So I've been using it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yep, just to get the smell and everything of the bourbons and whiskeys I've been getting.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's some good ones out there. I do like how 101 has revamped itself for sure.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Wild Turkey is definitely a lot more better quality. Completely changed because man, I'm telling you, when we were kids, that was trash.
I know, bro. When we were kids, they must have been using sulfur water.
Like I don't know what they were doing, but man, I was like, man, every time you drink that, you're like, God dang, that would grow some hair in your chest.
Yeah, that's why them hillbilly hicks ain't had no teeth, bro. That wild turkey done.
Oh man.
But yeah, man,
Oh,
it's good talking to you. Like I said, since you're quarantined up, we'll hit it again.
all right, brother. Well, you have a good night, and I'm glad we had a great conversation. Cheers.
Yeah, man. I'm out, but cheers, brother. Take care.
You too, man.
Yeah, man. Much love.